Yes, Northern Connect. Welcome
my
to Low
brother.
Vibe Styles.
Thank you, thank you.
It's my pleasure hosting you once again, brother.
It's a pleasure to being in your interview once again.
I'm so glad and happy that today we are meeting here talking about some of the things we have previously discussed.
Yeah,
To be straightforward, you guys had the tournament.
true.
Yes, please. Tell us about it.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank each and everyone who endeavored whatever they did to appear in the tournament,
Yes, please.
starting with the management
Yes.
for the different for the different things they had to put in to make the tournament possible.
Yes.
Take an instance where someone gets in some money to add on what the registration is, even whatever the number that registered, we still have to meet the target of paying the
Uh,
prizes.
I think when you
Uh,
talk of the sponsors, to be very specific, is it
yeah,
okay if you would mention some of them? Because
yes,
this alone encourages them. So that the people out there should also know that we appreciate what they do.
sure. This tournament uh, was sponsored by Garage Launch in conjunction with an individual
Yes.
who is, I think, also among the management of Garage Launch, and it's called Olanya Francis. Yeah, they are among the sponsors of that tournament, of the 64-man double life tournament.
Then what made this tournament very special from the rest that we have been hosting always?
Of course, this tournament, what made it really special, it's because of the prizes we had to put in the tournament, where the winner takes home 2 million shillings, the runner-up, that is number two, taking home 1 million, number three taking home 500,000,
Wow.
number four 250, then 5 to 8 we are giving them 100.
Wow.
So it makes it a bit unique from the different tournaments we have been having all through.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, I've seen this tournament had people coming in to enjoy the game. And people came in when they were so ready and excited. The pool fraternity within and outside Gulu City were able to come in. What did they gain as in? Because this is something new and unique. You get it?
Of course, most of the people who came from outside, they came to compete for the prizes they had seen, which we had advertised in the different posters and different platforms. They came to compete for that money. But what made it really special for us as a region or as Gulu, it's hosting such kind of talents. You know, in a tournament, hosting a person like Caesar, hosting the likes of Dog City, in fact, these national players, the Mansour and all that.
Yes, I understand we had a number of national players. These
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
players that carry the flag of Uganda national team.
True.
Wherever they go, they represent the country as in part of Africa. Would you please mention some of these key players that were able to come that are in the national team? And then, of course, I saw there was engagement of some of these young players from within and also from outside Gulu.
Okay, starting with the question you asked about the national players we had in the tournament, of course, we had the likes of Caesar Chandiga. I think that one is one of the most common players people know, and big players people know. That is Caesar Chandiga. There was Rashid Wagaba, he commonly calls himself Dog City.
Yes.
We had Bwanika Mansour, he's a two-time national champion.
Yes.
And then we had the like of Ibrahim Kayanja.
Yes.
He's among the players in the national team. We also had the likes of likes of Kenneth Odong.
True.
Yeah, he's our boy in Gulu here, but of course he's a national player. And then we also had the likes of Omara Moses. We also had the likes of Joseph Rotokonya, the ones they commonly call Dogo.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there are some young upcoming players in the likes of Mukisa Habad
Yes.
and then Waswa.
Yes.
So those are really very good players whom we hosted.
from the list you've been talking about, I think there are, let me take it upon myself to say that there are two of them that really deserves a special mentioning.
Yeah.
With starting from Dogo and then Abad Mukisa. Would you really say something about these two players?
Yes, when you try to see Dogo and Herbert Mukisa, these are players who, first of all, they are young players. I think they are all below 18. Maybe Dogo could be approximately 18 or 19 now. But when you try to see Herbert Mukisa, he's a 16-year-old boy. He's a very promising young player. He started coming up 2 years ago, but his game is so promising because when he gets these big players, the top big players like the Caesar, the Rashid Wagaba, the Mansour, he gives them really a very bloody nose. From that recent tournament, if you try to see, he's the one who eliminated Bwanika Mansour from the tournament. That is Herbert Mukisa. And then when you try to see Dogo, Rotokonya Joseph, he played very good pool to the extent of eliminating Omara Moses in one of his lives. In the one of the lives of Omara Moses, he was eliminated by Rotokonya Joseph. Then in the other life, they again got themselves. That's when Omara Moses eliminated Dogo also in another life.
Talking of him eliminating big names, I think at some point he was able to also do the same to our brother Don Kenneth.
Yeah, true. So it was in a hardly contested decider.
Now, as in we see this new brand of players coming in, and then we have our boys coming back home. I think the genesis of this tournament at the beginning, the focus was mainly on our boys. Then I think you people were flexible enough to make it open because it gives us a lot of experience. And these guys are able to rub shoulders with these people that come from Kampala and the rest of the other districts. Sure. What do you think could be the learning point? Because at some point, they were out of the game. They were watching.
Yeah, one thing which I think our boys have to learn from this tournament is, this tournament, it is a very competitive tournament, whereby you don't take any game for granted. Because when you try to see our boys, take for instance the likes of Rabadaba, when he was playing Dog City, he got the first win. But after getting the first win, he started making comedy instead of concentrating and being focused on the game. So that kind of comedy started putting in the game. I think made Dog City take advantage of him because he was not putting in more concentration on the game, but rather putting in comedy instead.
I think we need to learn a thing or two from this game.
Yeah.
And from my point of view, I think it was a very good tournament.
Sure.
Gave us a lot of experience as in for our players. We had to learn one or two things. And then the other thing is, it gives us the confidence that once you hear these names when you travel outside Gulu, you really know who they are.
Yeah.
You see them, you know them, you've ever played them, you will go. At times it will gives you the drive to go for a revenge.
Yeah.
And then coming back to Caesar and Dog City, the likes of Computer, Bwanika, and then Kayanja, I think no one was surprised that Caesar was able to go with the win as in the champion.
A little bit on that, when you try to see the game Caesar played, because the first day we started with the first life, Caesar took it up to semi-final. But now the second day when we were playing the second life, he got Dog City in the quarterfinals, and Dog City eliminated Caesar in that quarterfinal. Meaning Caesar's one life was off, but Dog City had 2 lives. That is when now Caesar came in to make revenge, because he knew he only now had 1 life. So he had to do
back.
Exactly. He had to do his best to see that with that 1 life he has to reach somewhere, and that somewhere it reached up to the finals and became the champion.
I'm still going back to my question. Are you surprised that Caesar won?
I'm not surprised because of the kind of quality of player he is. This is a very exposed player. He's a guy who goes and plays in the UK in the ultimate games. He goes and plays in China. That is the Hayball. He has traveled seas playing pool. So I'm not surprised of Caesar's
I
winning of that.
think it would be a very surprising thing if someone has taken that win. More so Caesar being able to have two lives like any other person, it would really be something. Actually, it would make the tournament a little bit unique.
Yeah, true.
Because Caesar has been winning.
Yes, he has been winning.
A win is not something that will surprise us when it is attached to Caesar.
Exactly.
But someone winning a tournament when Caesar is also involved, I think that is what makes the news.
That is true, but to some extent, when you try to see the kind of games Caesar and the likes of Dog City play, those games are really, in fact, when you're putting them in the basket, you can put Caesar and Dog City in the same basket because of the kind of quality games they play. So when Dog City beats Caesar, that one I'm not surprised because it happens and it has happened several times.
And I think there was need for that.
Yes.
So that the tournament would be a little bit
exciting.
You can't say that it is a sure win.
Yeah.
There was need for someone to put up a fight.
Exactly.
You get it?
True.
So now, what are you guys doing to make sure you attract more players?
To attract more players, first and foremost, we want to send our shout outs to the different sponsors out there to try to spot in the different talents we have in this game. And then you can pick a few. You can pick a few and support them. Because when you pick a few and support them, that means you're also promoting the tournament. Because most of these players out there, they are good. But what they lack financial support. So that means it becomes a little tricky for them to come and pay for tournaments because they don't have the money.
Sure.
Yes.
Then on the other thing is talking about Caesar being like, we believe when Caesar is in Guru, he's definitely at home.
Yes, true.
I believe everyone would agree to that.
Yeah.
It's like a homecoming game for him. It has been a while.
That's true.
Did that also play a role in his game, as in his performance?
Yeah, I definitely accept with your point because in most cases, the fan base also helps a lot. That's the reason why many people say home games normally attract your what? It makes your muscle more strong because you're having home advantage. You have the fan base, all they are supporting you, giving you the courage, giving you the morale. So I think that's the advantage that Caesar beat Dog City with, more especially when it came to the grand final. Because every score Caesar would make, every black would put, you would hear the applause from the crowd, and that would continue motivating him.
Wow. Yeah. And then, some of these tournaments, we don't take them so lightly.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the kind. And for the first time, I think it was very successful.
Yeah, true.
As in, these people traveled in and came in terms of discipline. We can't leave that aside. We need to also say something about that.
Which people? Pardon?
Discipline.
Yes.
As in, for the organizing committee,
yeah.
teamwork, and then for the players and the fans, how was it? Are we prepared to host big and better games? Are we on the right track?
Now, for the case of the organizers did their best to ensure this was a success. We did each and every one because in the organization team, of course, we starting from the publicity, going down to at the venue, the waitresses, the pool attendants, the service providers who were available, the different service providers who were available, the security to ensure that people's belongings, are safe
from vehicles,
bikes, and whatever.
There was no
complaint. Security, there was no complaint there. I think that was a success. That is to the part of the management or the organizers. But when you come to the fans, of course, most of the fans were very disciplined in their support, but a few characters. Take an instance where you are supporting Caesar, and some other person, and some other person is playing Caesar. So that means when the other person is playing, you need to maintain your silence, not shout at
You
the
give him
person.
time.
Give the person time. Let the person play his game. If it's to lose, let him lose in a favorable ground. But